news break after the Delhi blast, your channel brought you every detail of the investigation, how it was planned, how the doctors had put in surgical precision in their planning and procuring of the weapons and ammunition. With an intent of a bigger blast, the D-6 plan that we'll tell you about, 6 cities on their radar with a mission of a big impact. Today we reveal a chilling detail of how it all happened. In fact, there's an imprint of the merchant of death from Kashmir. His name is Noor Mohammed, and how the doctors were not just self-radicalized but also indoctrinated the others in the medical fraternity as well. And the most chilling of them all, the weapon and the money trail of how the doctors pooled in their own hard-earned money for this cause, the cause of spreading terror in the country. The terror plot revolves around the main characters. Their name are Dr. Muzammil Shakil, Dr. Umar Nabi, who's the suicide bomber, Dr. Shaheen Shahid, the lady doctor that has been arrested from UP, and Dr. Adil Rathar. And at the center of it all, Maulvi Irfan Wage is what we're learning about. But much before they were collecting all the arms and ammunition, the terrorists also had access to the weapon and arms. We're learning that Maulvi, in fact, Irfan met Mushtaq of Chanapura in Kashmir, who handed him a pistol but dumped it in Eidgah in Anantnag. The pistol was then handed over to Arif Nisardar, and while Arif fired a test round, he panicked and then returned it. In October 2023, Dr. Adil and Dr. Umar, these are the two main masterminds of the Delhi Fort blast case, they visited Mujad Ali and brought AK-47. Then in November 2023, Adil again came with AK-47, after which they met with Dr. Muzammil and Dr. Shaheen as well. So these are the chilling details that have come to the fore as far as the D-6 plan is concerned. But we have a breaking update coming in for you. We're learning that bomb squad team has reached Noor and house linked to the accused Dr. Umar Nabi, who's the bomber in this case, has in fact they've recovered suspicious material. And in connection with the investigation into the recent Delhi bomb blast, the bomb squad has conducted a thorough search of the rented house of the terrorist Umar Nabi in Hidayat Colony in Noor district. Now, remember, Noor is not that far from the national capital, hardly 80 kilometers away. According to the sources, suspicious explosive material and some equipments were recovered from the house, causing panic in the entire area. Police has barricaded the house on Sunday. On Monday, the SP of the area and also DC, they arrived at the scene with the investigation team. It is reported that this is the house where the accused Umar had stored a large quantity of explosives before the blast took place, and he also prepared to execute the plot. The bomb squad team remained inside the house for about half an hour is what we're learning, and conducted a search as well. Following the investigation, some items were found which were safely removed and taken into custody. A woman previously also lived in this house as well. Let me go across to my colleague Batosh, who's been tracking all the details about the new angle as well. Batosh, a new angle has come to the fore. In fact, we're learning that just ahead of the blast, the main accused, Dr. Umar Nabi, he was in Noor in Haryana. In fact, he was there. He had rented that place. What all he had stored in that place, what has the police found so far?
This search started yesterday, went on for nearly 2 hours, and on suspicion that he could have stored some explosive material. The Haryana police had called in the bomb disposal squad and also forensically examined the entire place, and the searches went for nearly 2 hours. And there were some materials that were recovered. Officially, the Haryana police had not said whether any explosives have been recovered or any bomb-like substance has been recovered. But they had, in fact, taken out some objects. As you can see from the visuals, that forensic team had conducted searches which went for at least few hours. Now, Umar had rented this accommodation, and it has been said that for at least 1 to 2 months he stayed here. And in this rented accommodation, he had also, in fact, brought his I-20 car. And once the module was busted, Umar, in fact, fled from here in his I-20 car and subsequently used the toll plaza. From here, he went to Mewat region, and then from Mewat region, he used the expressway, Delhi-Mumbai expressway. From there, he went to Badarpur, and from Badarpur, he then entered into Delhi. His route has completely been mapped by the security agencies, and it's been said that in Noor, he had met also somewhere around Noor, he also met other accused in the case. In the case, the investigation is going on. As far as the material that has been recovered, Officially, Haryana police had not said anything whether it was bomb-like material or it was some innocuous substance that had been recovered from the house.
Absolutely. The police has zeroed in on a bare and a rented accommodation in Nuh, which is not too far from the national capital. For the meantime, thanks so much, Bhavtosh, for all the details. Let's tell you more about the Nuh angle that has, in fact, the rented terror den that has come to the fore. It is not too far from the national capital, the area where the blast took place. It is hardly 80 kilometers. Now, the spotlight is on the Nuh stopover. The reason is that Dr. Umar had fled to Nuh on October 30th. That is just 10 days before the blast took place. Dr. Umar, who's the terrorist in this case, he rented a house in Nuh is what we are learning, and then he paid 2,000 as rent and 4,000 as security to a person. He stayed in Nuh days before the blast took place. He rented an accommodation from a person who was employed at Al Falah University. On November 10, Dr. Umar left in I-20 car carrying explosive, and this is what has come to the fore, that he was actually storing explosives at this rented accommodation. The homeowner is indirectly linked to Al Falah University. The house belonged to the brother of, in fact, a person employed at Al Falah University. And this is, in fact, the details as far as a Nuh angle is concerned. We have another breaking update coming in. We're learning that in Jammu and Kashmir, NIA has arrested Jasir Bilal Wani,